The time I thought I almost lost my life, I thought that was the end for me. So I want to share this with you. We're going to call this segment Sunday's Shares. Don't know how many of these we're going to do, but let's do this. Of course, we're on the set of Breaking News for Intercession. I remember my friend and I were hanging out with another friend. The guy, we was trying to see if we can, date or whatever. So we was trying to see if the friendship can be more. So he called me one day and he said, "Hey, my homeboy and his girlfriend were headed to Grand Prix." To my Florida folks, you know what Grand Prix is. That's we used to go. It's like race carts and video games. We used to have so much fun there. But he was like, "You want to go?" I said, "Well, I'm hanging with my one of my homegirls." So he was like, "That's cool. All of us just gonna go and have fun." So I was like, "Okay." So we get to Grand Prix, and his friend started showing me an interest. Now, to be honest, I don't think he was trying to flirt with me. I just think we connected, like we were just laughing. From my perspective, all of us was just laughing and having fun. That's what I thought. But apparently, the girl he brought thought he wasn't giving her enough attention. So they got into this big argument. So when it was time for us to go, we get in the car, and of course, he had a couple of drinks. We get in the car, we driving down I-95. And my homegirl, me, and my friend was in the back seat, and his friend and his lady friend was in the front seat. And I guess the argument spilled over. And then all of a sudden, he started yelling, "I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this." Now, as he's saying, "I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this," he begins to pick up speed. And I'm like, "Hold up now, what's going on?" And then he yells out, "I'll kill myself and everybody in this car." What? Now, I wasn't the intercessor then as I was now, but baby, I began to call on the Lord Jesus. And to be honest, I was living a raggedy life, with my boyfriend. We broke up, we in and out each other's lives, and, doing things I probably should not have been doing. But in that moment, in that space, I knew to call on Jesus. So my friend, she living a raggedy life too. We didn't care about that. We grabbed hands. We was like, we're going to touch and agree. Because this is the scary part. He actually got up to 100 miles an hour. That's how fast we were going down I-95. Now, it was late. It was like almost midnight, so the roads wasn't as crowded. But when you think about it, any mismove, anything could have, if he would have hit anything, if he would have moved anyway, that car would have, what they call it, airborne, it would have. Because he was going 100 miles per hour. And he was yelling, "I'll kill all of us in here. I'll kill all of us in here." Baby, if you want to die, slow the car down. Let me get out. You don't even have to take me to back to my car. Let me out right now. I'll get off this doggone highway, and I'm going home to my mama. Let me out of this car. But so my friend, he yelling, dog, what's going on? Come on now, dog, calm down. Me and my friend, we hold the hand, Jesus, oh Jesus. So finally, he calmed down. The car calmed down. And I was like, take me home right now. So he dropped us off. He dropped my homeboy off. I really don't know what happened with him and the girl. But after that, I told my homeboy, don't you ever invite me to any place that the two of them are. And if I ever need a ride, he will not be the one to pick me up. You know, back then, so we thinking, this was, I think I was in like my early 20s. late teens, early 20s. So this is, and I'll be 50 next week for my birthday at the time of this video recording. So, you're thinking that maybe 35 years ago. So we didn't really talk about mental illness, especially in the black community and especially in the black church. But now that I know better, I'm looking back, and I believe his friend really did have a mental illness or some type of instability, because you yelling out, you killing everybody. No ma'am, no ma'am. But God saved me that night, and I love him for it. See you next week.